Hello, people.
Hello, heathens.
That was an abrupt start. I did not mean to start it that fast, but here we are.
Here we are. We are heathens. We go. This is how we do it.
Yeah, apparently. Uh, thank you to everyone who has sent me loving and healing energy. I feel so much better. I still am a little congested, but my God, am I so much better. If you can't hear,
I am listening.
I am listening.
I hear you.
Okay, you guys, so today we are going to talk about Ostara and your spring cleaning because
Ostara.
Ostara's coming up and we want to get you guys prepared for it. I,
Absolutely. It's a good time.
yeah, it is. It's like I have to say this might be part of my favorite times of the year is when spring comes.
Absolutely.
Like I really enjoy spring cleaning a lot.
I love the smell.
Yes. And there's nothing better than a energetically and physically cleansed house. Oh,
Hmm.
ho ho ho. Um, I really wanted to talk to you guys about Ostar because I feel like pagan holidays, we're told about them or they're brought up and it's like, oh, it's Ostara, it's the time of this, and but we never really truly know what they are.
Hmm.
And
Or where they came from.
yeah, and I like much other people, I don't want to look that up. That's not the kind of research I normally want to do. I want to just be told.
Well, I mean, technically, this is why we ended up looking stuff up is because we have this podcast. I need to know more, so I gotta have something to feed so I can do it.
Yes, and I feel like a podcast is making me research so much more and I'm learning so much more than I have ever tried to learn because I've we went to Rockies for 2 years in a row at least doing all these pagan holidays and I'm like, I don't even know what this freaking holiday is, truly.
No, I was like, I just want to be here in the magic. I don't really care what we're doing.
Yeah, I want to hang out with all my magical people and we always have the
Hmm.
best potlucks. And so I was like, I don't know, I'm just
Oh
gonna
my
go
God,
and have
those
fun.
potlucks were the best. Oh God, I got lost. Hold on.
You did get lost.
I got lost. Hold. Oh, find my. Oh, there
You're back. Where's Waldo?
I
Except for
am.
where's Nicole? There she is.
I'm here.
Um, okay, so I wanted to talk about the history of Ostar so that we all are aware of where this holiday even freaking came from and what it entails. Um, so Ostar marks the moment in the wheel of the year, which if you guys don't know, there's a pagan wheel of the year. It has all the holidays on it. And this is the point where the light that was rekindled at Yule, which is Christmas time,
Hmm.
balances the darkness and then it takes over. So it's a big time of balancing energies, and then bringing it back into the light because we've been in the dark for a hot minute now.
We were in the underworld.
True that. I'm
Although I do feel like the underworld, the darkness has its place. And I know a lot of people don't like being in the dark. And I think we should do a podcast on being in the dark.
Yeah, I think we have that on there
Do we
on
have
our
that on there?
list. I
Okay,
think so,
cool.
but if not, we can definitely add
Because
it.
I don't want to sidetrack.
Right. Um, okay, so origins are from Germanic and Celtic stories of the goddess or Ostara is her name, but there's another name and it goes Eostre. And I think it's Ostre,
Y-
but you
Or
guys
S
know.
or Estray. I think I've heard them both ways. Yeah, Estray or Ostray.
Yeah, you guys know. I words in me were sometimes we're friends and sometimes we're frenemies. So in modern paganism and Wiccan tradition, this holiday is a time when the maiden goddess meets her reborn consort in the form of Pan or the horn god. And I pulled some other things that I thought were really cool around this holiday because I didn't know it wasn't only Germanic or Celtic. In ancient Rome, they celebrated Sibylle, which is the mother of the gods, and her consort Atis. Again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing these correctly,
Hmm.
so y'all
Heathen.
can Google it if you would like. Um,
Google.
But indigenous Mayans honored the serpent deity Kukulkan
Ooh.
during this time too. So like there's so many different ways. Like Persians continue to celebrate the equinox, Nowruz, or it's their new year. And then in just normal quote unquote, I guess I should say, this is the spring equinox. Ostara is the spring equinox. We're celebrating spring, baby. In Christianity, it would be Easter.
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 Which it's interesting because with Christianity and the rebirth of Jesus or the resurrection of Jesus is exactly where we're at right now. The resurrection of the earth, blooming, new stuff, all that.
Yes, give us the spiritual meaning of the Bible, Nicole.
No, I will. I will. There was actually something really cool. So Jesus it means the sun, and there is a point where the sun goes dark for 3 days in this time. So that's where they had gotten the um where he had died for 3 days.
Mm, I did not know this.
And I am not remembering the rest of that. So we're gonna have to look that up. But I remember reading something about that where the sun actually like goes dormant for 3 days. In a particular, I forget where it like I don't know how to make sense of that. Like in my brain, I want to say, well, the sun's always there, right?
Right, right.
Right. But there is a place where it goes like astrologically or astronomically,
Astronomer, anemone.
anemone, astronomically.
Astronomically.
There's a section of where it goes dormant for 3 days, and that's where they had gotten that.
How interesting. Oh, I love doing these. Like, it's like a soft dive instead of a deep dive on some of these holidays and like how this all came to fruition, like even like in
Mm-hmm.
different religions and whatnot, or different cultures, you could say. It's so interesting.
Well, and that's why we've had this discussion many times where like there's one creation and it comes down through these filters and you can see it when you start to put them all together because you're like, oh, this is similar to this and this is similar to this. And even though we don't maybe call it the same or do the same, it's still the same energy. And I think that's quite amazing to me because it really does open up the fact that I don't want to reject anybody's religion because it's all the same, right? Like,
Yeah. To us, it all comes through different filters. We were talking to somebody the other day. I think it's my client that I was telling you guys about in um I think it was her, but I can't really remember who it was. My client that I was telling you guys in the religion versus spirituality episode, the one that writes devotionals. I think it was her that said this, but she put it in a really good way. Whoever said this said that it's like a bunch of different streams that all lead to the ocean or from the ocean.
oh, yeah, I think it was her because I think I was there for that conversation too.
Yes. And I was like, dude, that
Mm-hmm.
is such a great way to put that because that is so accurate to me.
Oh, yeah. Well, water already represents somewhat of spirituality and to have it all lead. And I've heard that whole thing of like, a drop of ocean has a whole ocean in it.
Yeah.
We've been told that, right?
Right.
So it's so cool that you start to like really put all these like, oh, like all of them are connected.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Ostara is celebrated usually March 21st or the 23rd. I will be celebrating it probably on the 23rd because it's a Thursday. So that's a Tuesday through a Thursday. And Thursdays I have off. So you guys don't have to, there's no rules. Okay.
No. Mm-mm.
You make your own rules. So I will probably be celebrating it on that Thursday because we record on Thursdays and then I have the whole day to clean. And that would be perfect for me. You could do it on the
Mm-hmm.
Sunday before, the Saturday after, whatever works for you guys. That is a great time to celebrate it. Um, some other things on the history or what really Ostara is This is a time when night and days are equal lengths, and it represents that general theme of balance again. So we're going to start seeing, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's starting to get nice and light by 6. We're still in the light. Light is lasting longer again, and it is so lovely.
Oh my God, I can feel it. Even the rain that happened the other day, I was like, can you smell it? Can you smell spring? Like I
Yeah.
can smell it.
Yeah. And then it's snowing out today. I'm like, son of a biscuit.
Oh yeah, they canceled school today.
Did they
Which
really?
no. Okay, so this is the funny part of how your perspective can change in such like a quick moment, right? So before I was totally like you. I was like, are you kidding me right now? They're gonna cancel school. What pansy asses, right? But
Yeah.
my daughter's about ready to be on those roads, and I was like, I am so appreciative of you canceling this because like I have a very active imagination and I see a lot of details all at once. So, like, you know how your morning usually goes, right? Like, you wake up and then you sit for a while to make yourself late or at least press for time because like, we can't do anything without the urgency of press time, right?
Right.
So then you find out because you wouldn't check the weather channel, like, who does that? And then, oh, you do.
I was gonna say, well, I'm sitting here like making faces like, no, 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 you wouldn't do that. And I'm like, yeah,
No,
the Weather
no.
Channel, as soon as a notification hits my phone, I'm like, I gotta check the Weather Channel.
So, well, but I don't, right? Like I go by the seat of my pants all the time. So then I would be like rushing and then it would be slippery. So you have to be slow. And then it just causes like for mistakes to happen because you don't want to be late, especially that young. Do you know what I mean? Like it's
Yes.
more important to be there on time than it is to be safe because you don't want to get in trouble for being late, right?
Right. Especially because schools are so strict on that. You're 10 minutes late, you're getting marked late.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then even though your parent took you to school, they're getting a phone call that you were late, like they wouldn't know.
Absolutely. I'm like, okay. I swear
um,
schools are more about training, like puppy training, than it is about like learning.
oh yeah. We you guys we have a whole episode on teen and teenager man, and I can't wait
Oh,
for
I
that
can't
one.
wait for that one. I have so much to
Yeah,
get out.
me
That's gonna be
too.
like a 2 hour program.
Oh man,
Oh,
we might have to split that in 2 parts.
right. Well, I think we're going to because I think we're gonna interview some teenagers as well, which I want. I want to. I want to get their perspective as well.
Yeah, I would agree. Um, one last thing on the history, and just to like let you guys know about like the things. This day represents the dualities of nature. So light and dark, good and evil, above and below, yin and yang. All of the good ones. I have 2 folklore stories for you on this
Oh, I'm so
because we
excited.
all love folklore.
I love story time.
Me too. Okay, so the first one goes: all of the animals of the forest were prepping for a great party for the arrival of the goddess, Ostara. The animals were scurrying to find suitable gifts for the goddess. Seeing all the gifts and trinkets that the other animals could provide, the hare ran home to find something special that the goddess would deem worthy, right? After searching all over the house, he felt he had nothing until on the very last shelf, the hare found a single egg. The last of his possessions, he carefully took it down and decorated it for the goddess. Once all the animals had presented their own gifts, the hare nervously presented his egg, and she took the egg from him, smiled, and appointed him a special place in her company due to his generosity and thoughtfulness.
Oh, that's so
Aww. I
nice.
know, right? I'm like, that's so cute.
It's so funny because the vision that I got while you were saying that was literally having the hare hand her the egg and then the chick comes out of it.
Oh, I love that.
I was like, oh God, that's where chicks come from.
The other story that I found was that the goddess Ostara once found a wounded bird on the ground, which she saved. S and S together are hard for me, by the way. Like she shells. Anyways, um, which she saved by turning it into a hare, and the hare, however, still laid eggs like a bird, and so you would decorate the gifts or decorate and gift the eggs to a star as a token of thanks.
No.
right?
We should decorate eggs this year.
Yeah, we really should. So that's actually funny you say that because I have a bunch of like things that you can have for your rituals, right? And symbolisms that you can use in rituals. You can just use and put energy into them. Um, Ostara is big on it's the time to plant the seeds for what you want to grow. So we had
Mm-hmm.
embolic, we started planting those seeds. Now is the time to nurture them and start really like putting more focus and intention into those seeds, right? Um, we're going to be talking today about spiritually cleansing your house and getting your springtime ready house cleansing. Because this is a time for ritual cleansing and sweeping away old patterns to bring in renewal. But some of the symbolism I found that were really good are rabbits are a great symbol to use during this time because they can reproduce in a nearly exponential fashion.
Exponential. What a great word.
Exponential. So when you're using that rabbit as a symbol, you could literally put forth this energy behind all these seeds that you've planted to help them manifest faster. Hares are sacred to many fertility goddesses, including Freya, Aphrodite, and Winnet as well. Outside of just Ostara, you can bring in those goddesses as well by using the hair in that way. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Eggs are the literal symbol of fertility, but in many cultures, they also represent luck and new life. So, decorating eggs are a great way.
I think, oh, it's the shell that's used in protection spells too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot about that.
So, like when you decorate the egg, you're basically giving life into your, manifestations. Um, a lot of colors: green, yellow, lavender, some crystals, peridot, moss agate, and sunstone. All really good crystals. Look them up, meanings. We talked about
Mm-hmm.
moss agate in our crystals, herbs, and intentions episode.
Mm-hmm.
Some flowers, you can use them to decorate your house. If you don't have an altar, if you have an altar, put these on there. There's violets, daffodils, forsythias. I love saying that word, by the way.
For Cynthia's.
Forsythias. And then some other foods too you could put out as an at your altar are rhubarb, asparagus, peas, lettuce. You guys can look up all the meanings of those. I didn't want to get too deep into the meaning of those because this episode would end up being 2 hours long.
Oh, well.
Some great ways to celebrate that I found that I was like, oh, I like these. Um, Literally simply going for a walk in nature, observing, being present, being in the now. If you see some
Mm-hmm.
trash, clean it up. The
Mm-hmm.
nature spirits will be exponentially thankful. And then on top of it, when you do stuff like that, you could meet new spirit guides out there.
Mm-hmm. You also
Make
get good luck with that too, because you're helping them out. So they will return help you out. It's a win-win.
yes. Um, if you guys don't have an altar, I think we should do an episode on altars. I think that would be cool.
Oh,
But
I just went down that rabbit hole.
yes, you sure did.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have an altar, it's pretty easy to set up. You guys could look up some articles, even TikTok. I'm sure TikTok's been amazing, but you could look up altars for beginners,
And there's
Um,
mini altars too, or travel altars
yes.
that they have. So if you're like in the closet kind of thing, um, there's either ways to disguise your altar per se. Um, Also there is the little altars too. So if you were traveling or if you wanted to tuck it away afterwards, there's little altars, which are so cute.
Yes, absolutely. And like those symbols that I was telling you guys about, the hair, the colors, the flowers, different foods, things like that, different crystals, you guys could use all of that to create an altar for spring.
Mm-hmm.
So you decorate it and then you give to your altar, burn a candle, burn some incense, give it some energy, start putting your intentions there. You guys could decorate an egg. The one that I kind of came up with, I was like, "Ooh, I kind of want to do this year." Is as most people know, but I did not know this because Again, I grew up extremely Christian and we didn't decorate eggs. It was like my grandma and my dad's side, they're Catholic. So they're less like they were less strict. So we would do egg hunts, but it was always plastic. We never decorated eggs. I actually didn't decorate an egg until my
Oh,
first time. Was it last year that we did it with Rocky and Lucinda? And
yeah, I think it was actually.
it was so cool because like Lucinda made the dyes from natural products instead of
Mm-hmm.
just using like the food coloring pigment things, the dropper things. I'm
Yeah,
sure you
because
guys know
she
what I'm
did
talking about.
turmeric. What was the other thing? There was a green one, and I forget what she made that out of.
And she did a red one, and I don't know what she made that one out of
Beets.
either.
That was
Beets.
beets.
Oh, and the
Mm-hmm.
the red one was so pretty because it turned the eggs like pinky, and then
Mm-hmm.
you could kind of layer it. Oh, it was fun. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what you could do is you could absolutely take an eggshell, decorate it, create a little hole at the top, use like a little needle or something and poke a hole. Put your intentions or the things that you really want to come to fruition on a little piece of paper, roll it up really tiny, stick it in the egg. You could
Mm-hmm.
either leave that at your altar or you could bury it.
You could bury it. Mm-hmm.
Bury it so that the symbolism's all there that you're burying
A
and so that it
seed.
can a seed, yes.
You're making a seed, is what you're doing. That's so awesome. Oh my gosh.
Right? And
Yeah.
so, with the egg being a symbol of fertility, good luck, and it is protection too, you basically have this little cocoon with your attention in it that has all this power behind it, with it being
Mm-hmm.
protected, but also the symbol of fertility, so that you can plant it and then you can just like let it go to the universe and you're good, man.
Yeah, because that's what you're supposed to do is with spells, you put it away and forget about it. You're not
Yep.
supposed to micromanage that spell. You can't do that.
No, because when you do that, you get in the way of the universe, man. You basically
Absolutely.
give it to all your spirit guides, angels, whomever is taking that over is basically the CEO of that task. And then when you are micromanaging, you are telling the CEO how to do its job. And they're like, I know what
Duh.
I'm doing. Stop, you're getting in the way of what I need to happen, and now I have to like have all these roadblocks that I'm trying to get around to make this happen for you because you put those roadblocks in place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the universe ultimately, you have free will. So the universe will do what it's directed to do. But if you start directing it like little directions here and there, like, no, go right instead of left and blah, blah, blah. Like, this is quicker. The backseat driver, don't be the backseat driver of your spells. Like,
Nobody likes a backseat driver.
nobody likes that.
We like a co-pilot every once in a while, but not a backseat
Yes, but not
driver.
a backseat driver. Yep.
Ugh. Um, I'm gonna do this one too because I didn't even think about this and I found it and I was like, it was again, you guys. I can't tell you how many times because there's always 1 million tabs open and things happening that when
Ain't that the truth?
yeah, we get something in front of us that's like, oh, freaking duh. Um, Plant literal seeds, like actual physical seeds, like plant flowers that are native to your area. They'll attract bees and butterflies. It's so good for your area. Again, the nature spirits are going to appreciate you. Imagine having bees as an ally. Come on now.
Hmm.
Um,
You could actually put your intention and a seed in the egg, put that in the ground, and then as the plant is growing and as you're nurturing it with like water and sunshine, um, that's how your spell. It's like sympathetic magic is what it is.
oh, I love that. Also, you know what you could do too, you guys? I know this is getting like a little crafty and DIY, but
We like a
like
good DIY.
I like a good DIY. You can make your own paper and put seeds in that paper and it will go back into the earth and the seeds will grow out of your own paper too.
Oh, that's right. I've seen that.
Me too. I've never done it, but that would be really
No.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan and I are moving and I found out we have like really good, we're going to get good sun. So I'm going to be planting some
Mm.
indoor plants, but also I really wanted to do like a potted garden this year because oh, you guys, if you haven't had fresh lettuce out of a garden, it's so good.
Oh, it's so good.
So I'm gonna plant that this year too for my part of my Ostara rituals because I'm like, I wanted to do it anyways. I want some herbs and I want some other like veggies. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
that's a perfect time to do it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
new light, new place, new seeds.
I like
Um,
that. That's cool.
yeah, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm excited
drinking.
to have you close to me.
I know, I'm so
I'm so
excited.
excited about that. I was like the other day, I was like trying to move a dresser because we're doing a bunch of, transitions anyway. And I was like, if she was just so close, I could just call her. She'd come over, she'd help me with this dresser, then she could leave. It would be not a big deal. Oh,
But then Nicole, being the boss bitch she is, she freaking did it all on her own. And she's like, I did that shit.
I was like, okay, physics. How does this work?
Right. I know. I'm excited to move to you guys because um before Jordan, love him dearly, but I miss my baby, i.e. Nicole's daughter.
Hmm.
And I told her, I was like, I'm so excited because we're gonna have a second bedroom. I'm getting a whole day bed thing that like has a trundle, but also the day bed like pops open to queen bed. And I'm like, and you'll be able to drive and you can come over and stay with
Uh-huh.
me and like have your own space at my house too. And like, oh, I'm just so excited. Um,
Yeah, that'll be so cool.
right? So I don't know if you guys have ever seen like pagans celebrating the spring equinox and they got freaking flower crowns on. Have you ever?
Yes.
Yes. I did not
Yes.
know why. Why do we do that? What's the point? I'm like, is it just because it's pretty? And
Because
it's,
it's pretty.
well, if you make a flower crown and you write down your intentions and put it in your flower crown, it's a representation for growth and renewal.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Of course it has a meaning. Did you
everything has
find
a meaning.
anything about the Wicker Man being part? Like, was that a Ostara like celebration?
Who the hell's Wicker Man?
Oh my God.
Yes, tell us, because I'm like, I know.
Oh my God. I only caught a glimpse because I was watching a YouTube person like talk about Ostara, and I only caught a glimpse of it because I fast forward through that part because I'm a heathen. So there is, I don't know if it's part of Ostara, but Hollywood has portrayed it as this like um I don't even know how to say this. You got to look up the Wicker Man. And then it's about a ritual where they put a guy in like a straw guy and they light him on fire.
Okay, so I Wikipedia'd it.
I figured, yeah.
A Wicker
Help
Man
me
was,
out.
yeah, Wicker Man was purportedly a large wicker statue in which the Druids, which is Celtic paganism, sacrificed humans and animals by burning. The main evidence for this practice is a sentence by Roman general Julius Caesar in his commentary on the Gallic War, which modern scholarship has linked to the early Greek writer. I know how to say this. Please hold. I know this Greek writer. Posidonius. Anyways, yeah.
I'll
There's some
take it.
archaeological evidence of human sacrifice among Garlic Celtic people, although it's rare. Um so sources are now regarded somewhat skeptically, considering it was likely they were eager to transmit any bizarre negative energy or information about the Celts. But um let's see. Yeah, I want to know the meaning behind it though. Like, why did they? That would be wild.
It's got two movies about it. One of them's got Nicolas Cage in, which I think it's the newer one, and then the other one is I might be black and white, but I forget.
It reminds me of Midsummer.
It is very much Midsummer for sure.
Is Midsummer about spring equinox? Can't remember.
I can't remember either.
If you guys haven't watched Midsummer, holy crap. Holy crap.
I don't know. It is about death and rebirth, though. I do believe it's about death and rebirth because the one of the opening scenes, you have all this death. I mean, even when they get to Sweden, there's that huge like where those people are like jumping off the cliff and stuff.
Well, yes. Man, that I had to, okay. I did love that movie. Um, the first time I watched it, but at the same time, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
I find it so interesting when you look into uh and this is why I love movies because it makes it uh I don't know, realer, I guess. But like it's so interesting to look into somebody else's culture, what they have deemed normal.
Yeah.
And when you witness something that like catastrophic, it's so jar-wrenching. You know, like it's so like
Another good example is like Vikings
yeah.
when they did the eagle, um,
Oh, right.
the what's it called? What's it
Oh,
called? What's his
oh.
name? What's his name? Oh man, you guys,
Are
if
you
you
talking about when they like tore the skin off and then they like
they
made them
literally
like eagle wings?
yeah, so trigger warning, this is going to get a little graphic. You could skip through a little bit, but basically what they did is they um cut you from the your tailbone up to the top of your neck and they pull everything open. They
Mm-hmm.
pin your skin open and your stuff's brought out. It is supposed to be the um most disrespectful thing you could do to somebody, and it doesn't allow them to get into Valhalla. I do know that. Um, it is called the Blood Eagle. There it is.
That's it.
Whoo!
Yeah.
That was normal.
That was normal.
That was
Mm-hmm.
normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you perform it on your most hated enemy, and now they can't get into Valhalla. Oh,
Wow.
whew, huh, whew. It's a yeah. Trigger warning. It's over. We're done. We're heathens, people. We're gonna talk about this
Heathens.
shit.
That's right.
Um, so yeah, it is crazy to like look into some of these traditions and see like the Wicker Man. I didn't even know that was a freaking thing.
Mm-hmm.
To see that this is like part of their tradition, you know? It's just
Well, that's why
normal.
when I watched I really got it slapped in my face when I watched Green Inferno by Eli
Oh
Roth.
yeah.
That one is really triggering for sure. But it's such a contrast because, like, again, this is how they live. They deemed it normal. This is what they do. It would be like you going to the grocery store and, like, that's normal to us, where, like, they're eating people and that's normal to them.
Ah!
It's so weird. It's so weird. It's how do you I remember watching that movie and sitting there and go, how do you it was such a mind like bender because I was like, how do you make that normal?
Dude, that's like, have you ever watched The Dark Tourist on Netflix?
No, I don't think I have actually.
You have to watch that.
Huh.
So this guy goes to different parts of the country, um of the world basically, and does all these things that you can do tours on this shit, but like it's like wild. Like in the one, there's this culture that they keep your body above ground, and every year that you've died, they redress your body, they recover it, all this stuff, and they have basically decomposing bodies everywhere. And he got to be a part of the ritual, and he was like,
Ugh.
there's some crazy ones on there, but it's
Ugh.
normal for these people. This is their
Right.
culture. That's how they do things. And I'm like,
Now, if it
ay,
was somebody
ay,
I loved, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it, obviously, but like, I just think about the smell and then like the soupiness of it. Ugh.
Oh,
Because
God.
bodies are gross, dude.
The soupiness of it. Ugh. Good soup.
Good soup.
Ew. Oh, man. Ugh. Okay. I love
Hey.
when we derail.
Death. Death. We're talking about death and rebirth. So this is what happened.
That soup.
Death soup.
That soup. Um, okay. A big part of Ostara, you guys, and a big part of what's coming up is spring cleaning.
um, Trying to check my notes to see if. Oh, I wrote something here. It says many of the equinox tales from the cultures concerning trips by deities into the underworld and their struggles to return from the land of the dead to the earth. This is this day that the dead has no power over the living.
Well, it is a time when Persephone comes back too. If you guys are into Greek
Absolutely.
mythology, this is her time to come back and do her duties. She has to leave her
As the
love.
spring, yes, as the spring goddess.
A spring goddess.
So I just wanted to add real quick, springtime. The hair is a Luna representation, sacred to the goddess, immortality, abundance, and fertility. Yeah, that's. Oh, and then incense that you can burn during this time is cedar,
Yes.
lemongrass, and jasmine. And this is a good time for snake magic too.
I love all three of those incense that you just said. Lemongrass
Mm-hmm.
being burned in an incense smells so different than in an oil, and it is. Oh, it's so good. I love that
Like,
one.
oh, it's so nice.
Earth Lore has a ton of incense. Um, Even Star Chalice has a ton of incense.
Yeah,
Plymouth, Ipsy, you guys could
pick
get
your
it
poison.
online. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you're local, try to get to Even Star Chalice. Try to get to Earth Lore just once. Just experience it, you guys. We talked about this and when we talked about
Yeah.
crystals, herbs, and intentions, but they got all the stuff you needs, man.
Well, the nice thing is you're really supporting and giving back to the magical community that you're being nurtured
Yeah.
by.
And Even Star Chalice has a ton of classes. A ton of
Mm-hmm.
classes. Mara and Russ do a really great job of facilitating some really great classes, like Nicole's ritual magic class.
Huh.
um, but Mara is teaching Reiki classes. They have other classes. I believe Raphael's doing one too. There is so many right now, and she is constantly coming out with classes. So if you guys are ever like, I really want to take a class in something, just get on their website, Even Star Chalice, and take a look. See what you can find. You might find something you never thought you wanted to do, but then you're like, wow, that
Yeah,
one's
because she's
actually
got a
piqued
really
my
good shadow
interest.
work class too. If you needed help with like what is shadow work and what you should do and want somebody to guide you through, that is a great class because she is I'm gonna mess this up because I don't actually know, but she has a degree in psychology.
Yeah. We're gonna get Mara on the podcast eventually because I think that would be a great one to talk about shadow work with her. Mara's a very patient, inviting energy. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like being around her, you feel calm and you feel easy. It's
Yeah.
nice. She would be a
Because
great
it's a
person for
strong
that.
calm. Strong
It's
calm.
a strong calm.
Strong
Yes.
calm.
Strong calm. I feel like you guys, if you took clips of us just talking, there would be some
Oh
really
God.
funny, weird ones like strong calm.
All I can think of is t-shirt, t-shirt, t-shirt.
T-shirt. We are going to come out with t-shirts in the future, you guys. We have stickers
Mm-hmm. We had stickers and cards made.
and cards made. So if you guys want some, let us
Oh,
know because
I forgot they're outside in the kitchen. I was gonna have one so I could show.
And my purse is at the end of the bed because I'm technically still in bed in my pajamas.
Heathens.
Heathens. I put makeup on though.
Hey,
It brushed my hair kind of.
kind of.
You're welcome.
I don't have to brush this. I just have to re-wet it.
And do the fluff thing.
Yeah, I have to.
Make it, yeah, do the thing. Oh, you guys, I'm really excited to talk about spring cleaning. I feel like spring cleaning for me has become such an awesome fun thing because it feels so good, but I've made it feel good for myself. I'm not talking spring
Mhm.
cleaning just like taking everything out of the cupboard and wiping it down and putting it back. I'm talking like we're actually getting in this shit. We're going to spiritually clean it. Um
Mhm.
a big thing which we've been talking about this a lot this season is be here in the now when you start your spring cleaning. Let the cleaning be a meditation in itself. Really
Absolutely.
like let go and just get into it. You guys will get some really great, you could get downloads, you could get some healing from it. You might
Mhm.
get a whole new idea of like different things that you couldn't have gotten before because our minds are always go, 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 go.
Right. They're either in the past or in the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have anxiety, your mind's in the future. If you have depression, your mind's in the past.
Yes. I,
Um,
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say what helped me with cleaning because I hated cleaning because it's a chore. And what helped me with cleaning is to remove, like, remember my magic. So like if I'm wiping something down, I will wipe it clockwise to remove what's there, and
Yes.
then I will start to do it, that's counterclockwise, sorry, and then do clockwise to bring in like love and joy and stuff, to remind myself that, like, and it really works because not only do you, even my mirrors, like I will take out anything that's negative, and then once it's clean, I go the other way, so that way when people look at it, they see the best in themselves, they feel loved, the reflections that they're coming back are always positive. So you these are subtle energies that you're going to get, and they're going to influence the people in your life in the best way possible. They're
Yes,
just
absolutely.
subtle hints, subtle, because that's what it is. It's very subtle.
It's like
So,
good manipulative energy.
yeah, yeah. Even like when you're doing cooking food for your people or even just yourself, um, be mindful and present about what you're putting. That is an extra ingredient. We all know that, like, your grandma made macaroni and cheese and it was the best macaroni and cheese ever, right? Very comforting. It healed you, whatever it was, right? And then you try to recreate the formula or the recipe, and it's missing that something. Like, you're like, well, I followed it perfectly, like it, but it doesn't taste the same as grandma's did. And that's the thing, is she has that extra ingredient in there of love or nurturing, or her energy is literally part of the food that you're digesting.
Yeah, I think we forget about that.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma makes this like cucumber, it's gonna sound weird, but it's like cucumber onion salad and it's got like mayo. The dressing on it is like mayo, vinegar, sugar. It's actually so fucking good. And she's tried to give me the recipe, but she does it all off taste too when she's
Yeah.
making it. And I'm always like, "Oh, I can never get it right." But it's when she makes it, it's perfect every
Right.
time. And I'm always like, damn, I think it's that. I think it's her energy because it's in her head, it's in her feelings. She's making it for the family,
Mm-hmm.
I never think about
You
that.
know what you should do is be with her when she makes it, just so you can see and feel what
Oh,
she's
that's a good
putting in
idea.
there. Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea. Um, so when you're spring cleaning, I believe this very much. I saw this and I wrote it down because I was like, this is true. The state of your house can reflect the state of your heart. Cleaning your house can really lead us into working on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the energy is stagnant and a lot of the messes are visually what's happening in your heart, which truly I feel very, I believe that one a lot because
Mm-hmm.
when I am not feeling good, i.e., this last couple of weeks, my house is trashed. I
Mm-hmm.
can see the messes and what's in that. It's like the feeling
Mm-hmm.
of exhaustion, the feeling of, I can't do that right now. I don't feel good enough to even be out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, cleaning your house can lead you into working on the inside because when you're cleaning those messes, you could feel the energy that was there when it was made.
Well, that's all feng shui too. Like if you look at feng shui, you can tell where your stagnant energy is in your body, in your mind. Sorry. You can tell where that is in because it's all projected outside of you. Because what's inside is what's outside.
Yes, yes, yes,
So if you
yes.
took if you took feng shui and lined it up with your house, you can actually see where these little bits of um like, oh, I need to work on this quarter of my house. And I also need to work on this quarter of my energetic field as well.
Mm-hmm. Like even you just like getting your house back into a space that feels good because you guys were in a transition period for there a while. Now you're moving it forward and you got the snakes moved. You've got your bedroom almost
Mm-hmm.
moved. You're getting the new living room all moved. You're getting your plants moved. Like all this moving of these things. It's like I was a Pokemon kid. I literally have started rewatching Pokemon last night. It's like an evolution,
It is. It
the
is
next
evolution.
evolution of
Mm-hmm.
Nicole, you know?
Well, and it's so funny because my life goes through all these very much. I've always been a transformation person,
Yeah.
transformative person. I don't know. And I used to beat myself up about it because my house wasn't perfect or it wasn't like I always had clutter around me and chaos and there's a comfort to that. I get that part. But also like being patient with myself and realizing that there is time and a process that you have to go through to get there.
Yes, absolutely. So, like with spring cleaning, guys, you're not going to do it all in one damn day. If you don't, big deal. If you get one section clean, cool. But it's a good, it's good to put it in your light of like, yeah, your line of sight. You don't want to like spring clean one area and then wait 4 months and try to spring clean again. I think it's important to put your energy into it and focus on it to get it done so that your space feels good. It's a great time to do
Mm-hmm.
it, especially with all your intentions and everything. And we'll be talking more different things you can do here in a second. But I do think it's important to put it in your line of sight. Like I have days specifically blocked off in my schedule to be able to do this because it's important to my energy, my
Mm-hmm.
time, my space, and for the future. You're setting yourself up for future success.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it can be overwhelming, but I do think it's important to at least maybe one day a week until it's done.
Well, and
You
if
know?
you can take a room and really, and this is a good time to get rid of stuff that no longer is serving you physically and mentally. And, go through those pieces and acknowledge them and then see if you still need them to be in your life. And you can either pass it on to somebody else or, throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I'm one that gets very much emotionally attached to items, and that's why I keep everything. Especially if somebody gave it to me, especially if like, and it doesn't matter what it was, I feel like I've betrayed somebody because I have to get rid of it.
Yeah, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
So during Ostara, I want to get into like the fun cleaning stuff, the witchy cleaning stuff,
Ooh,
like
I'm
more of the
excited.
spiritual, because I
Mm-hmm.
found a lot of stuff that was really cool too. So during Ostara, a big thing many witches do is break out your broomstick. It can be the one you made, that's your spiritual one. It could just be a normal broomstick. And you're gonna start banishing negative energy from your house with it. What you can do is get a bowl of water, and whatever water you want. We talked about this. If you guys want more on that, go to our crystal herbs and intentions if you
Mm-hmm.
didn't listen. You're going to take that water, throw some salt in it, and you're going to start praying over it. Bless it. It can be any prayer you want. It could be anything. Just make sure you're putting those intentions into it. You're going to dip your broom in it and flick that water in the corners of your house. Brush it over your doorway in like the little, what's that called? The bottom of your doorway. I don't know what it's called. But you're going to be focused on
Are you
attracting
talking about the threshold?
the threshold. Yes. Thank you. Words are heard. I don't know the words.
I don't know the words.
When you do this, you want to be focused on attracting prosperity, protection, and health into your home. I also focus on how many times I'm doing it, which to me, I try to keep it at an odd number. If I do 1, 2, 3, that's what I do for everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's me trying to cultivate, energetically specific kinds of energy in every area.
With numbers, you can go and look up numerology of what numbers mean and then use that energy to. So if you're trying to, I don't know, balance things out, you could use 4 because that would create balance, right?
Mm-hmm.
3 is a very powerful number for spirituality.
So Holy Trinity, man.
Absolutely.
That's why
You
I like
could
3. Trinity.
Trinity. Trinity.
Even 6, so all these numbers are great.
Mm-hmm.
And they all have meaning, all of them.
Absolutely.
And I guess it all depends again on what rules you want to follow and what you want to believe in. Pay attention to the moon. If it's waxing and you want to bring something good into your life, you can sweep, mop, or wipe counterclockwise. If it's a waning moon, you want to get something negative out of your life, making those movements counterclockwise.
Yes.
That moon energy will help. You can also use moon water in your water for mopping. Nicole and I kind of talked about this when we were talking in DIY house cleansings, but I wanted to say it again. When you start sweeping, vacuuming, or mopping, you want to start in the back of your house and move towards the front door. So you're basically ushering all of your stagnant energy outwards and sweep that shit right out.
Mm-hmm. And you can use Florida water for this too. If you put a little bit of Florida water in your cleaning.
Yeah, we'll skip to that then because I have that on here too because I wanted to
Oh, okay.
explain to you guys what Florida water is. So Florida water is a alcohol based cologne. It was first used in the early 1800s as a perfume, but it has changed its nature. It was given the name Florida water because it is believed that the fountain of youth is said to be somewhere in Florida. It's used for offerings, cleansings, hoodoo rituals, root work, and American folk magic.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of uses for it, so please look it up so you can start putting that intention into
Mm-hmm.
it. But some of the ones I wanted to tell you guys is with cleansing, you can wipe your mirrors with diluted Florida water and then do a self-loving ritual for your choosing in front of a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
You can also cleanse your crystals with a little bit of diluted Florida water. And like Nicole said, you can use it to wash away negative energy on your floor. So put the
Mm-hmm.
Florida water down
Or your
first,
walls too. Your walls,
your windows,
your
all of that.
windows. Yeah.
I like this one because I hadn't thought about this. Windows are the eyes of your home.
Oh my God.
The surfaces are the skin of your home.
Mm-hmm.
The floors are the feet of your home.
That makes sense.
Isn't that a cool thought? I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, it's gonna make me love my house even more.
Well, yeah, when Omar and I used to do house cleansings, he had this theory on um like depending on where the problems were happening, especially like a flooded basement is like your subconscious and water represents emotions.
Yes.
Right. So then you have this subconscious emotion that just exploded in your house.
Wow. Being mindful is sometimes hard because that is duh. Freaking duh.
It's gonna explode.
Speaking of the elements, I also wanted to tell my little heathen babies that love the elements, be mindful of inviting them in. When you're spring cleansing, open the window and allow air to come in. and help move the energy. Light a candle for fire and invite fire
Mm.
into your house to help cleanse the energy. Water, the water you're using to cleanse with, if you do a simmer pot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and then for earth, you could use any herbs you're using will represent earth. So you're
Mm-hmm.
inviting those energies in. Let's see, what else do we have? Once you're done with your spring cleansing, also please don't forget to thank all the elements as you're putting all that stuff away. And
Mm-hmm.
then you can also at the end say, element of earth, thank you for being here. Thank you for helping to ground the house. Thank you
Mm-hmm.
for the herbs you provided. I release you.
Mm-hmm.
Ushers it back out, lets it be free from your space. Um,
The
I
dirty water would be good too. I don't know about grass or anything, so you're gonna have to look up that. But um, if it's something for your house, if it's something you're trying to attract, you put it in the front yard. If it's something you're trying to get rid of or banish, you put it in the backyard. So I would take my dirty mop water and maybe I could banish it out the back, or you could also put it down the toilet too.
flush that shit out of your life, baby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't think about this one, but I saw a lovely witch on TikTok talk about it.
Was she British?
No, but I am,
Oh,
apparently.
okay.
Um, depending on what you use in your simmer pots, you can strain out all the herbs and then use that water on your floor.
You must be in my head because I have been wondering what to do with my simmer pot water because I'm like, this is like gold,
Literally
right?
liquid gold.
Right. So I was like,
Yes.
what do I do with it? Do I make a spray? Am I gonna like do I put alcohol in it? Like I've been running these things like, do I put it in an oil? What do I want to do with it? And then how do I want to use it? So,
Mop your floors, man. Wipe your windowsills down,
mm-hmm,
especially if it's got like lemon in it, even eucalyptus. That's going to smell so clean.
mm-hmm,
Ugh, so good. So
so
yeah,
good.
they have again, you guys, TikTok is literally amazing. There are a lot of
Mm-hmm,
witches out there that put a lot of rituals out for you guys, put a lot of
mm-hmm.
ingredients out for you guys. Look it up. Look up like a home cleansing simmer pot, and then you could strain it if you like the way it smells. Strain it and then use it in multiple different ways. I was thinking too, um, of using my simmer pot water to wipe down my toilet
That's a
after
good
I
idea.
cleanse it to like
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think we realize how much our toilets take away the bad energy.
We don't appreciate them, that's for sure.
Nope, we sure do not.
Mm-mm.
Um, yeah, so once you guys have done all this, I wanted to two more things really quick. Get a sound bowl, go around your house. Sound bowls break up negative energy. You could even use a little bell.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's an easy, beautiful way to break up some negative energy because sound is amazing. Um, Nicole has talked about this in the DIY house cleansings, but I wanted to go into it a little bit further too. Wash your front door. Wash your front door.
Mm-hmm.
Wash your
Mm-hmm.
back door. Wash your doors. Um, when you are doing your house cleansing, I cannot wait to move to redo this. Because we'll actually have like a patio where I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you're gonna after you sweep everything out of your front door, you got everything cleansed out, right? You can salt the threshold of your front or back door, or both, and you can take a piece of selenite or chalk, whatever you want, and you can write your favorite protection ruin, fertility ruin, whatever you want to invite, cleansing ruin on your patio under your mat.
Mm-hmm.
Put some salt down, throw your mat on top of it, good to go. It is
Mm-hmm.
a great time to do that. And then something I feel like a lot of people don't talk about with spring cleansing, which Nicole and I have said a lot. You want to, after you cleanse all this stuff, you guys, you've done all this work, sit down and enjoy your space. Be in the moment. Maybe like if it's later or earlier, whatever, make yourself some tea, some coffee, hot chocolate, whatever. Put on your favorite music, sit and enjoy your space.
Mm-hmm.
Give your space the energy that you feel. Everything's clean. Everything's cleansed.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy it. Bring that energy of
Especially
comfort.
you just renewed all of your protection spells. You've renewed your like be very mindful about like the energy you want to bring into your house, and all of this helps with your psyche and your mood, like because even as you like walk through your door from a hard day's of work, it'll almost wash it off as you're going through the door and through that like ruin or that protection spell. Like it kind of like, oh, I'm home.
I'm home.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, exactly. Because it's going to basically what you guys are going to be doing by doing, if you do all of this, if you do none of it, if you do one of it, hopefully one of it, you guys are going to be creating a space where you really truly can offload
Mm-hmm.
and regain, like renew your energy.
Well, and if you guys are like in a apartment situation or like roommates and you don't have control of the full house, or maybe they don't want to do any of the stuff and make fun of you, just do your room. Just do your room, and you can
Absolutely.
you can simply say that I'm just gonna, if they ask you questions or whatever, uh everything that you're doing looks very normal. It's not like you don't have to like chant anything out loud or anything. A lot of the stuff can be done silently, and ways of being discreet about it. It's still just as
Absolutely.
powerful.
Absolutely. That is a great thing to say too. Yeah, because you guys don't have to, I mean, crystals are pretty. You don't have to explain what they do. If you guys don't want to do all the salt on the floor type stuff, grab some selenite, put it on your wall or above your door, put it all around your door.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Florida water again. Florida water smells really good. It's got a floral citrusy scent.
I do this. Oh God, I'm gonna drop something. A lot of times, like next to my door and stuff, I will have salt water
Look.
bottles. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
And I just
smart.
leave that. I leave it. Well, because like if you put salt on your windowsill, it tends to like break down the, what is those things called? The windowsill. Or it takes the paint off it. It becomes like, I don't know. It just makes it, because it's breaking it down, it's cleansing it.
Right.
So if I try to look at things or ways, I've almost thought of like either making a pillow that's long, full of salt, so it could go along the windowsill,
Oh,
or you put iron in that too.
oh, I like that
But that
idea.
way you're protecting the actual physical part of it too. But I guess if you don't forget and leave it there, it might, and renew it all the time, it might be a little bit better for it. But like I've never been that person,
Also, same.
so that's why. And then especially around your door, like I've got railroad spikes by my door and a lemon spell. So that way it absorbs any negative energy that's coming in. I also have horseshoes above my door right now that somebody made me, and that helps with like bringing luck in and stuff like that.
Oh, I love that.
So it's just these little things that make sense to you, and little reminders to be like, every time I look at the horseshoe, I know that I'm lucky, right? I'm
Right.
lucky and everything works out for me.
We're lucky and everything works out for us. I love that saying.
Absolutely. It's been amazing to like, what a mantra, like what a great mantra.
Man, it really has changed my psyche in the
Mm-hmm.
best possible way. I don't stress anymore.
Well, it's so nice because like it takes the anxiety down, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Ostara and Spring cleaning, homie.
Okay. I
Are
can't
you?
wait for it. I'm getting so close to it. It's so funny to me how like I know your life is like this too. Is like intuitively we are so connected with the seasons and the times and the energy of the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that we're talking about a star on now and it's coming up, And we're literally doing that in my house right now. Like we're getting ready. It's the getting ready for it, right?
Yeah,
So
me
it's so
too.
exciting when you're like, yeah, you too, like, because you're gonna move into a new place. Like
Yeah,
it's,
I'm getting to pack all my shit up, get rid of
mm-hmm,
things that no longer serve me. I'm
mm-hmm,
so excited. I'm doing that on Sunday, and I'm like going to be able to get everything out of the apartment, my old apartment, get it all ready to go
right.
to then get this new space right before Ostara. The world is a magical place.
Yes.
Well, when this episode comes out, I hope this gives you guys some more motivation to cleanse this year. It gets you excited because you got all these new ideas of spiritual things you can do to make cleaning sound more exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Because just physically cleaning is freaking boring and it's stressful and it's a lot, if we're being
Well,
honest.
and you know, it's so funny because I feel like too, like when we were kids, we were made to clean.
Ugh, yes.
And I feel like that kind of, and granted, like that's how you teach your kid. I'm not trying to say anything, right? I'm just saying, like, as a perspective, as I look at it, I took it as almost like a punishment or like it wasn't good, right? So trying to like rewire my brain to say that this is a benefit for me instead of a punishment for me is what I've been really trying to work on.
Man, you guys, we talk about this often where we'll be like, do you remember when you would be told to go and clean something and all of a sudden your freaking leg hurt? Or like something was happening that you couldn't clean and you throw a little hissy fit and then your parent or whoever would be like, your leg doesn't hurt, you still need to go and clean. And it's like,
Right.
oh, I don't
Ah,
wanna.
oh,
I don't want to do that.
yeah.
This house is ass and I hate being here.
You're ruining my life.
You're ruining my life, Mom. I don't want to clean. Clothes on the floor are fine. I used to always tell
Uh,
my grandma, close the door and don't look at it.
right. Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I have never liked doing laundry and clothes would always be everywhere. Because
Oh my God.
I hate
Laundry
it.
is so many spoons. Laundry is so many spoons. Like, I'm okay with washing it, drying it, folding it even. I love folding. I don't know
Mm.
why, but I love it. But I can't put this shit away. I can't do it. I don't,
Laund-
I'm done.
Laundry is the bane of my
I'm
existence.
done.
I don't like
I need,
washing it. I don't
I
like
want to,
folding
what,
it.
I'm gonna need somebody to come over and put my shit away. It's all folded and clean, but like I need you to put it in its proper places.
Okay. Have you guys seen that there is a woman out there making a fuck ton of money because there is a kink of men cleaning her house? She gets paid for them to
Oh,
clean her house. How
yeah.
do I get into this?
Did we dominatrix?
Yes, it's a like a house dominatrix. Like these men love being told to clean, like get on your hands and knees and wash my floor with a freaking toothpick, and they're like, "Yes, ma'am,
Oh my
I'll pay you
God.
more for that."
Yeah, how do we advertise for this? Because I'm down.
I mean, I have houses and friends with houses that make,
Men, women, I don't. I'm
yeah,
good.
I could
Hmm.
find you whatever you needed.
Whatever you need.
And then guess what? We kind of split the dough.
I'll take you out to dinner afterwards with the money you gave me. Fine.
What? I'll freaking, yeah, I was gonna say, so if you're into that, just hit me up, you know?
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
our plan is working perfectly.
Okay, you guys.
Ooh, what's the next one that's coming up?
The next one that is coming up, which I'm so excited about. The next two I'm really excited about. Okay, so next week, you guys, it will kind of be more interview style because we are going to be talking to our lovely hostess with the mostest, Nicole, about ritual magic. We're going to be
I'm so
talking about
excited.
all the ins and outs. You guys, what the hell is
I
it even?
I love ritual magic so much, and I am such a baby in it right now. Like I am such a toddler. Um, because it's one of those things that you like pull back the curtain a little bit and you're like, "Oh, okay." And then all of a sudden you start to realize that it's deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's really a lot of like research and going over old like history stuff. And I love that shit so much. But just the energetic cleansing and what it's done for my brain, for my body. And it's one of those things that you're never going to be done with. Like it literally is the journey. Each time that you do something, it's just like another layer in. I don't even know. I don't even know. But I
Well,
love it.
we're gonna know. We're gonna
I'm
know
so
next week.
excited. I know.
So I think that one's gonna be more interview style. Nicole's very deep into this world, even though she's barely scratched the surface of it. And we're gonna be asking her all the questions, you guys, because I have all the questions for her because it's a very interesting, pathway. And so we'll be
Hmm.
talking all about it. And then I'm really excited because the next episode after that, we're doing monster folklore, yo.
Oh, I'm so excited about that
So
one.
excited. I'm so excited. Um, quick little nugget. Did you guys know that there are monster smut books
Oh, oh yeah, you guys were talking about this the other day about like smut books with what Bigfoot?
and the Yeti? It's a series. It's a series. It really cracks me up.
Well, we know there's smut books on like vampires. Like I feel like the most popular ones are vampires and werewolves, right?
In Faye,
And fae, right? I
that was
guess I don't
huge this
really
year.
consider them monsters so much. I mean, some of them can be, obviously. But anyway.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was just a fun little nugget I found out this week because I had never even had thought about it.
What is your favorite smut book so far?
Oh, hands down, Court of Thorn and Roses. That series, it's worth all the hype. They're coming out with the TV series. I literally cannot wait for all my
Oh,
people
that's
that are,
cool.
yeah, all my
I didn't
people
know
that we
that.
talk about this. If Hulu fucks it up, I'm calling the freaking CEO of
Oh,
Hulu. We're having a conversation.
I'm gonna have to get Hulu.
I have Hulu. You can use mine.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
my God. For I have many people that have read that book that I have gotten onto those book series. Favorite. The next book series I want to read that is smutty is the one that Nicole loves.
Oh my God. This was during my Twilight obsession years. Don't judge.
Uh Nobody's judging. Twilight's the best.
Um, what was it called? Brotherhood of the Black Dagger.
It's 10 fucking books, you guys. 10 books on smut.
It's so detail oriented that you will blush as you're reading it.
It's gonna be one of those books where I have to pause so that I can breathe.
Right, right. Like I remember, so I just had gotten off my Twilight thing and needed something else to watch. And one of my clients was like, read this. And I was like, oh, okay. So I started reading it. And as I'm like, in between clients or whatever, and I'm reading it, and, I am reminded of Edward and he could read thoughts, right? So I'm reading this Brotherhood of the Black Dagger, like, oh my God. And then I look up and I realize I'm still in a room full of people. And I'm like, thank God they can't read my thoughts right now. Thank God.
Yeah, I want to read that book series next.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, ritual magic and the monster folklore, you guys. We are very excited for these next two episodes. I feel like we're excited for every episode,
Well,
but
we are, yeah.
we really are. But these next two, I'm specifically excited for. They're gonna be fun, 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 fun.
I love monsters.
I do too. They're so cool. I found some really cool ones, but anyways, yeah, we'll get into that in the future. So okay, you guys, it has been fun talking about Ostara and spring cleaning and all the other
Mm-hmm.
derailments. We love some good derailments,
Yep.
and we love you guys.
Love you guys. Happy renew and rebirth.
Happy polarity, man.
Hell yeah.
Okay, see you guys in the next one.
See ya.
Bye.